Okay, I want to talk about debt today, and I know just hearing that word probably made some of you want to click away. But I want you to stay because I promise this is going to feel better by the end than it does right now. Here's what I see a lot in my work. Women who are smart, capable, and earning a decent income and are quietly carrying debt they haven't told a single person about. Not their partner, not their best friend, nobody. And they're not carrying it because they did something stupid. They're carrying it because life got expensive and the budget didn't quite stretch. That's what this video is about, not a lecture, an actual plan. So by the end of this video, you'll have a clear step-by-step plan to pay down every debt you have, including what to do about your mortgage, which of the two main repayment methods suits you personally, and how to actually find the money to make it work. Hi, I'm Jen Richardson. I'm an accountant, a mortgage broker, and a former financial advisor. And I have sat across from a lot of women in exactly this position. More debt than they'd planned, more shame than they'd wanted, and genuinely with no idea where to start. A quick note here before we get into it. Everything I share is general advice only. Your situation is unique, so please get personal advice before making any financial decisions. Now, before the numbers, I want to share something because the numbers only work if we deal with this first. Around 1 in 4 Australians are carrying a money worry they've never shared with a single person. Not their partner, not their best friend, nobody. An Australian household debt recently hit a record high. After all the rate rises of the last year or two, the share of income going to mortgage repayments is the highest it's ever been for a number of years. Personal loan debt, car loan debt, buy now, pay later balances, all climbing. So if you're in debt, you are not a failure. You're living through one of the most financially pressed periods this country has seen in decades. The shame is the part that needs to go first, because shame and fear is what keeps you from looking at the numbers, and the numbers are exactly where this gets better. So the first move is deceptively simple, and it's the one most people skip. Write it all down, not a rough figure in your head, an actual list. So I want you to list every debt you have: home loan, car finance, credit cards, personal loans, buy now, pay later balances, money that you've borrowed from family or friends, every single one of them. So for each debt, you need 3 things. So you need the current balance, the interest rate, and the minimum monthly repayment. That's it for now. Don't try to fix anything, just get it out of your head and onto the page. I know the total can feel confronting, but here's something I've seen over and over in my work as an accountant. The number in your head is almost always bigger than the number on the page. A woman I know had been avoiding her debt total for 2 years. In her head, it sat somewhere around 40,000. When she finally wrote the list, it was 26,500. So she'd been carrying an extra $13,500 in anxiety she didn't actually owe. The moment it's on paper, the debt stops being a threat and becomes a problem. And problems can be solved. So once you have the list, set the mortgage aside for one side. I'll come back to that later. For everything else, the cards, the car loan, the personal loan, the buy now, pay later, there's 2 proven methods to choose from. They're both effective. The difference is what keeps you going. The first is the debt avalanche method. This is where you pay the minimum on every debt, then throw every extra dollar at the one with the highest interest rate. So once that's cleared, you roll the whole payment then onto the next highest rate. You keep going until they're all gone. This is the most mathematically efficient method. It costs you the least in interest over time. If you're logic driven and you genuinely hate the idea of paying more than you have to, this is your method. The second method is the snowball method. Same structure, different order. You attack the smallest balance first, regardless of the interest rate. Clear it, feel the win, roll the payment into the next smallest, and so on. This costs a little more in interest, but it gives you a win early, sometimes within the first month or two. And that win does something a spreadsheet never can. It proves to you that it's working. Here's what that number looks like in real life. Say you have a $1,200 buy now, pay later balance, a $5,500 personal loan, and an $8,000 credit card loan. Under the snowball method, you'd pay minimums on the personal loan and the credit card and throw everything extra at the $1,200 loan. Once it's gone, stack that whole payment onto the personal loan. Once the personal loan is gone, stack everything onto the credit card. You can clear that first balance in weeks. That early win is often the difference between people who see this through and people who stall. If you've started and stalled before, choose the snowball method. If you're disciplined and the maths keeps you honest, choose the avalanche method. Both beat having no plan at all. So let's talk about your home loan. So the home loan is a different conversation. You're not going to snowball a mortgage, but after everything that's happened with rates, there are two moves worth making right now. The first one is to check your rate. When did you last actually look at it? And I mean look at it, not guess. A lot of people are sitting on the rate that was competitive 3 years ago, but has since been overtaken. Ring your lender or get a broker to look at it for you. Loyalty to your bank should never cost you thousands of dollars a year. And the second thing is, even a modest extra repayment against the principal makes a real difference over time. So if you have a $500,000 mortgage at 6% with 25 years to run, adding just $200 a month extra will cut roughly 3.5 years off the loan and will save you more than $60,000 in interest. Now, whether throwing everything at the mortgage is always the right call is actually a bigger conversation. There's a case to be made for investing that money instead, depending on your own personal situation. I've done a whole separate video on that debate, worth watching once you've got the smaller debts cleared. So a plan needs money behind it. That extra payment has to come from somewhere. You don't need thousands. You need a specific, consistent amount you can actually sustain. Maybe it's cancelling 2 or 3 subscriptions you forgot you had. Maybe it's $50 less on groceries. Maybe it's redirecting the minimum payment that freed up when you cleared the first debt. Whatever the number is, do one thing with it. Automate it. Set it up as a transfer that goes out on payday before the money has a chance to go elsewhere. You won't miss what never made it to your spending account. Then, once a month, spend 10 minutes updating your list. Check the balances, watch the numbers move. That monthly check-in is where the shift happens. You go from avoiding your debt to tracking it. And those first 2 things feel completely different. One of them has a finish line. So if you want to do all of this inside a proper structure, one that takes you from writing the list for the first time all the way through to building the accounts and automations that make your money run almost on its own, that's exactly what My Money Makeover is. It's a 3-phase program that starts with facing your numbers without shame, moves you into a calm, automated money system, and then sets you up to actually build wealth. It's the thing I wish I had access to years ago. You can find it at jenrichardson.co. I've also put the link in the description. So just remember though, you won't clear this debt overnight, and I'm not going to pretend you will, but you can be genuinely on top of it with a method, a payoff date, and a number that's visibly moving. A lot sooner than it feels from where you're standing right now. The gap between here and that feeling is smaller than it looks, and it starts with one list written tonight. If you found this video useful, hit like because it helps more women find this kind of conversation. And if you want to keep going, subscribe. I drop a video every week. I've got more videos on money, super, and building financial life that actually works for you coming very soon. So I'll see you in my next video whenever you have a moment.